1.333 kilometers from Buenos Aires, in the province of Neuquén. In a desert at the foot of the Andes mountain range, lies the Deep Space Observation Station that the People's Republic of China has in Argentina, the third of its kind and the only one outside the Asian continent. Since its construction, it has been plagued by controversies and accusations of espionage. We are going to travel there to see how close we can get to the mysterious space base. We left the road behind. Now we are on this unpaved road in the middle of the Neuquén desert. And these cables, these power lines do not go to any town. They go to the Chinese space station. We are driving in the middle of the Neuquén desert, back there. You can see the antenna.
As we pass by, the station that provided support for the missions of the Chinese lunar exploration program and the planet Mars comes into view.
All these Chinese expansion policies are managed by the People's Liberation Army, which is the name of the armed forces in China. So, well, that is a military station. So, that is a military station that is on your territory, with conditions that are actually the same as those of other military bases.
Behind this fence, there are the 200 hectares that the Argentine state granted to the People's Republic of China to establish this base here. In exchange, Argentine scientists can enter once a day to use 10% of the operational time to gather information.
The doubts that the United States has are the same doubts that we have here in the country. The suspicions, or the questions, let's say, what do they have? They are the same as the ones we have.
The main antenna has a height of 45 meters, a diameter of 35 meters, and weighs a total of 50 tons. It has the power to observe the dark side of the Moon and even Mars. From here, they monitored the mission that sent a spacecraft from the People's Republic of China to Mars, and it is expected to return to Earth in 2030. We are going to try to make some contact with someone to see if we can at least go to the visitor center. I have a question. Who should I speak to in order to request an interview? They are in charge but are not available at the moment. But any phone number, any website or email, we don't have that. From Buenos Aires? Yes. It would have to be directly with the Argentine people and the Chinese in order to be able to enter. Well, unfortunately, we weren't lucky enough to have someone attend to us, so we stayed outside the door.
For us as a senator and for you as journalists, that is the difficulty we have. It is China.
It is a country where access to information is not easy. If a non-civil use were detected, we could denounce the treaty, render it ineffective, and even close that observatory.
The agreements between Argentina and China established that everything done at the base must be of a civilian nature. But the United States fears that these agreements may be violated without Argentina being aware. The first to sow doubt was the Trump administration, although recently, the head of Southern Command described China's operations in our country as lacking transparency.
We hope that the situation over the next 50 years, during which this agreement is in effect, unless we denounce it from Argentina, does not lead to incorporating outer space into the conflict zone between superpowers. That would be extremely serious, and I believe that if that were the case, we will encounter a nuclear holocaust on Earth before facing off 300,000 kilometers away. The European Space Agency was also originated in the armed forces. It became a civilian organization. I believe and aspire for the same to happen in China, that is, for the space agency to have independence, autonomy, and to stop being an agency of the armed forces. That will put an end to all the inefficiencies.
It is the power of the People's Republic of China in Latin America that is also measured in aerospace from this point